Hey y'all, this is Troy at Chick-a-Woof Ranch, and as you can tell by the title of the video, we've had an accident here on the Homestead, and I wanted to tell you about it. So if you follow us on Instagram, you'll know that last night we had some crazy weather last night, and I took some video of almost a tornado. It started to circle, and that's when I knew it was time to get Corbin and head to the neighbors. Wendy and Daphne and Lucas weren't here. They were in town, so it was just Corbin and I. So before I did go to the neighbors, I went and checked on the goats, and there was a major tree limb that had fallen out of the tree and into their pen, and I'll show you a picture of that here. And so with that limb down, I was checking on the girl goats, and they all seemed fine. They were actually out eating the limbs off of that down limb, and they were eating all the leaves off of the down limb. Very excited about that. However, I didn't check on our bucks, our boy goats in the adjoining pen, and so that was a mistake. What happened was, with all of the wind, and they said that we had 80-mile-an-hour winds, gusts up to 80 mile an hour. The boys' shelter tipped over, and one of the bucks that we just put in there, one of the babies, he was killed, and probably suffocated. And it was because I didn't check on him. But more importantly, that shelter is a portable shelter, and it's a good 400 or 500 pounds. It takes Wendy and I both to move it, but it tipped over, and in excess, our little boy that was just born this year, which we had big hopes for, didn't make it. Wendy found him this morning, still pinned underneath the shelter. The shelter had tipped over on him. So I came home and made some modifications to the shelter, and I wanted to show those to you now. So I'm here in the boys' pen now, and here's Styx that was born this year, and Devo, and there's Captain Kirk with the spots, Hummus right here, and this is Randall. Hi, Randall. He's a good boy. So let me take you to their shelter. So I'll link the video up in the top right hand corner of us showing how we move this shelter. Now, when I built this shelter, we intended it to be portable because we wanted to be able to move it, because goats, if you don't know this, they will poop and pee wherever they are. They don't have a spot where they go. They just go wherever they're at. So we wanted to be able to move this around so they weren't laying in their urine and feces. So the mistake that I have made is I did not tie the shelter down to the ground. So what I've done here is I put some T-posts in the ground and chained it up. And I've done it in 2 spots. And that should hold it just fine. Now, we've had the shelter out here for 2 years and we've not had any problems. I tried to tip this over on my own. I'm just a 150-pound guy, and I can barely, and I mean barely, tip it over. So we had some very strong winds, and I'll show you what happened here. So somehow it tipped forward this way, and of course all of our boy goats were in there, or at least most of them, and in excess got pinned underneath this section right here. In fact, there's some of his fur still on there. So it's a pretty sad day, and this is a really hard video to make. And mostly because, you know, I want everyone to know that homesteading is awesome. Providing for yourself is so, there's so many good things to it. However, if you do shortcuts, and if you get lazy like I did and not tie this thing down, then this is what you get. So I started digging the hole to bury in excess, and I need to finish that up, and so let's get to that, and then I'll get the family out here and we'll bury in excess out in one of our pastures. the kids and Wendy, and we're getting buried here. But I wanted to apologize to Wendy, because I know better, and I should have tied up the shelter, but I didn't. So I apologize to her. I apologize to the kids, and it's too late to apologize to NXS.